Hi, candidate. To the interview. You can start speaking anytime. During the interview, if I ever seem unresponsive, just say hi, George, or hello, George, to address me. Hello, Abhishek. Great to meet you and thanks for joining today. Hi, Recruiter 1. To the interview. You can start speaking anytime. During the interview, if I ever seem unresponsive, just say hi, George, or hello, George, to address me.
Hello, George. Let's start.
Hi, Abhishek. Welcome. I'm George, and I'll be interviewing you today for the Python developer role at Apple. Glad you could join us. Let's kick things off. So tell me about yourself briefly and walk me through your background, focusing on your alignment with the role.
Yes, so I've been working as a Python developer for a while now, developing different ML, AI, and Django API based and different AWS based technologies. And my main core work is in different industries from banking to Gen AI to recruitment and other different domains.
Thanks for the intro, Abhishek. Let's dive into your technical experience. From your Bank of America Django microservices project, explain how you implemented service discovery and dynamic configuration between services.
So basically, for that, in Django, what I did was I implemented service discovery using the registry-based approach, wherein each service registered itself on startup and discovery other and discovered other dynamically at runtime. Would you like to ask in more detail exactly what would you like to know in that?
Great start. Yes, let's get into the details. How did that design ensure zero downtime deployments during config updates?
So basically, this design was majorly to decrease downtimes, and we ensured zero downtimes by separating config from code, version configs, and using rolling down deployments. Like new instances were loaded and updated config during startup. It basically there were health checks done, and only then any received traffic from the load balancer was used on that. Old instances stayed live until replacements were ready because that's how AWS replaces your current running server. And for runtime save changes, we use refreshable config with backward compatibility keys, feature flags, and stage rollout validation. So services never broke mid deployment, I would say.
Nicely detailed, thanks. Now, let's look at something visual. Now look at this image. Describe the end-to-end flow for a post request hitting the API gateway and reaching the database.
So as I can see over here, the end-to-end flow would be when a post request hits the API gateway, it first handles authentication there. Then let's say with the and also rate limiting and routing, the request is then as you can see forwarded to the load balancer. And apart from that, that is where it is directed to a health service instance. I would say more like a healthy service there. And then the service validates input, it enriches the context, and may use server discovery to call downstream service. And business logic would execute in that area. And then the service interacts with the database over there, which is, as I can see, a PostgreSQL database. And then there is, of course, a Redis cache, which is between the Django API over there and the database.
Thanks for your thorough answer, Abhishek. Before we move to the follow-up, let's let the recruiter ask their question. Recruiter, please go ahead. Do let me know if you need me to chime in or carry the interview forward at any time.
Hey, George, on the image, you have the health check mainly for the Redis cache, right? So I want you to, like you say, come up with a scenario related with the health check on the Redis cache and ask one question on that scenario. Ask a scenario-based question on that, please.
Sure, happy to jump in. Abhishek, imagine in this architecture the Redis cache health check starts failing suddenly during peak traffic. How would your Django-based microservices react? And what strategies would you implement to prevent user-facing downtime or data loss?
So in this scenario, if the Redis health check failed during peak traffic, my Django service should gracefully degrade itself of instance of I would say it would degrade and it would not be crashing. I would, yeah, I think it should bypass the cache read writes, fall back to the primary database, enable circuit breakers, and alert the system immediately. And then it would monitor any latency, protect database with rate limits, and restore Redis through failover or rolling recovery. So Redis will be restored. Only thing is, till then, that time, it would take other steps to basically manage the situation.
Solid answer. You covered graceful degradation well. As our follow-up for this flow, where would you instrument performance metrics in this request path, and what would you be monitoring most closely during such Redis failures?
So mainly what I would do in such situations,
We can
I
end
would
the
do
interview.
ins
Yeah, George, let's end the interview. Thank you for your time. Great job.
Thank you, recruiter. Abhishek, thanks for your time and insights today. Some solid answers and experience shared. The hiring team will reach out to you soon with next steps. Have a great day and goodbye.
goodbye. Yeah.